Hi, this is the Martial Arts Business Academy. My name is John Hine and this is video blog 36 called Are You Giving Out the Wrong Message? I was thinking today about a time I was with my mastermind group, and this was run by a really successful serial entrepreneur, and every week we would meet to have our businesses basically torn apart by him as he taught us the way that he ran his business, how he marketed it, how he advertised, etc. And he said, when I was complaining about something not working, a bit of advertising, a bit of marketing not working, he said, do you realise that 80% of everything I do doesn't work? It's just that when I get it right, I really get it right. And so 80% of the time he was wrong. So we ought to maybe bear that in mind when we're doing our advertising and our marketing too. That if something doesn't work, it doesn't mean that your area is dead or anything like that. It's simply that we're advertising in the wrong way to the wrong people. And if we think about the message of who we actually want to come to our classes, we already have ideal students in mind. Just look around your class and see the different races, the different religions, the different whether they've got kids, whether they're single, whether they're professionals, whether they're blue collar. You can get a very strong idea of what your ideal client already looks like, your ideal student already looks like, by the people who are already in your class. Do you want to teach those sort of people? What is the sort of person you want to actually come to your class? Now in marketing, this is called an avatar, your ideal customer. When I first heard this idea, I thought, oh my God, this is another load of woo-woo, the marketing industry. So I'm sitting there learning this stuff, thinking, oh, it's just loads of theory. But in reality, we're actually, when we talk to somebody, when we advertise to someone, we're actually talking to somebody, someone who is likely to come to our class. And if we don't know the demographics of race, religion, almost political persuasion, whether they have kids, whether they're single, what sort of income bracket they're in, where they live, what are their interests, what papers do they read, what magazines do they read, what social media do they use. Unless we know this stuff, then we can't advertise and market effectively to all the people that we can help. Because the number of people we can help is actually a very tiny proportion of the local population. I read a figure of something like 1.3% of people in your local community actually want to do martial arts. So if you're advertising to everybody in your community, you're going to be failing close on 98% of the time. Same thing for me. So we have to refine who it is exactly we want and what's the message we want to give them. If you're teaching for kids, it's a completely different message. What if you're into mixed martial arts? If you're teaching to elderly people, to the seniors, then it's a completely different message to advertising to teenage guys who want to do a bit of martial arts and keep in shape. So we have to hone our message. It's a good idea to take a couple of days, if you haven't already done it, I'm sure you probably already have, to sit down and think, who exactly are we advertising to? What are we going to be saying in our advertising that's going to entice those people to at least have a good look at our website, maybe come along for a freebie, to do a free class, to give us their email addresses so that we can keep in contact with them. So that's the message this week. Are you giving out the right message? Because on occasions I haven't. And it's only when you sit down and you actually start thinking about who it is you're actually marketing to that you can hone it in. You're going to save money, you're going to save time, and you're going to save a lot of heartache, because quite often you pour your heart and soul into something because you think it's right without actually ever checking that really is right. So you have a good week, get your message right, aim at the people you want to attract to your class, and you'll end up not only richer but happier, helping more people. That's important. You take care. John signing out.